Go.
Okay, today we're going to
Go.
Hey, how you doing? Today we're going to be doing a nail panel. Let's have some fun. Hey, how's it going? Today let's do a nail panel on the front of this beautiful bench for a local church. So we're going to take a full layer of Dacron and we're going to start stapling that on. Try to stay in the center of this area that we're going to be putting our nail panel on. You don't need too many staples. Put the staple gun down for now. Like that. And then we're going to try to trim as where the panel will be, which is about a 2-inch panel, 2-inch wide panel. And then what we're going to do is make sure you hold it as you're trimming. Dacron sometimes can be a little harder to trim than cotton because it's a little bit firmer. Then what you want to do is just kind of like try to put this, neaten it up and try to layer it a little bit, like channel it, if you can see that. Neatening it up also, same time. Okay, we're ready to put our vinyl on overwards. What we're going to do is, what the nail panel is going to, the nails are going to be coming up off this leg right here and right here, obviously on the edge. So what we're going to do is line up our faux leather to the top, and I'm going to fold it to the top. It's also underneath. There's a edge roll here. We're going to be underneath that. So my first staple up there is going to be at this fold. Right there. Then I'm going to draw it down here and I'm going to get this fold lined up with the leg. I'm going to get another staple. These staples may have to come out as you're using your nails, but we'll show you that as we go along. So what we're going to do is on this side, I'm going to trim this side. Be careful not to damage your beautiful goods underneath. Okay. It comes straight up. You can see this. I'm going to try to be as straight as possible off that leg. Get another staple there, and then it starts to, they'll kind of let your material lay out for you. Kind of, it wants to follow that curve up at the top. A couple of more staples in there. Make sure it's nice and straight. The straighter you do this, the easier it's going to be to use your tacks. We're going to be using some French tacks on this. Okay, now we can trim the other side. I'm feeling for the edge as I go. I'm going to trim the bottom. I'm going to get in here. Along the edge. Got the fold along the edge here. I'm going to put a little cut right there where it transitions to that curve. And tuck that under. It'll be right at that edge. Alrighty. And then up at the top. And tuck the cotton in a little bit right here. Kind of an important transition here. It's the round part, curved part right here. Try to neaten that up as much as I can. Okay, I don't like this, so what I'm going to do is, when I get to that point with the tack, well, let's try to adjust it now. Let's just try to bring it in a little bit. That's not bad. Okay. And then down below, we're going to fold, put a little pleat here underneath. Staple there. And then another staple to finish this off. And we're ready for our tack. So we're going to do a French natural tack, which is the universal tack that upholsterers use. And I have the 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch shank tacks all set up. So sometimes what you do, especially on older pieces, start with the small shank, and sometimes you're going to need a long shank. So I have them both set up here, so let's get started. I'm going to start right at the bottom here, right on this side, so that I get my nice row here. This is a better judgment on this side, so that's how I start, because you have the edge. You don't have an edge over here, so but you can use this as a kind of a guide for these tacks. So start on the right side and get my first tack in. Okay, so on that first tack, I just made a small adjustment there to get my faux leather out at the corner there, to corner it out a little bit more. I'm going to put my shank in. Really happy with that first tack. It's squared up nice and the fold is nice. So I'm going to go to my second tack. Now folks, they sell tipped plastic tip hammers. Don't get them. The problem with those is they bounce and you can't get a proper hammer on your nail. Remember, these are dome shape, so that means that they aren't easy to put in, and you always have to be adjusting. You can't just go straight in with like a regular nail. So the dome makes it so that you're always adjusting. You'll see my arm going every which way most of the time. So I'll show you what I mean. So I'm going to put the second one in. I'm going to line it up. Tap, tap. See how it just all moved already? I'm adjusting to that, and I'm adjusting again up. So you have to go with that. You have to go with the tack the way what the tack is telling you. Okay, let's do another one. Let's go right along here. So this wood, because it's old, it's a little softer, and it's been tacked before. The tacks are going in really easy. Sometimes that's not always the case. See how I'm making small adjustments to the other tacks as I go along? The idea is to get these as straight as possible. And I'm feeling along the edge. Along the edge. Sometimes the staple ends up in a good spot for you, so you don't have to take it out like this next one. I don't think I'm going to have to take that out. I think I can go right over it. In other words, sometimes you'll see a part of the staple. You don't want to see a part of the staple. It's coming out nice and fast. That's what I like. So far, so good. Cotton sticking out there, so I'm going to try to tuck that in before you get to that area. See how that just fell over? Now you have to adjust him away over. And sometimes, you know, you're beyond the point of recovery with the tack. You can't keep whacking the tack, because then you'll scratch the finish, or you'll slip and hit the naugahyde, and that's not good. And you create a hole. The hard thing about working naugahyde or faux leather or leather is that if you hammer in the wrong spot, you create a hole. You got to start all over again. Whereas if you hit fabric, like right here, if I hit fabric, it's not going to damage it. But if I hit that really hard, I'm going to put a hole in it, so you have to be careful. Okay, I'm going to be lucky with my next tack here too, because my next staple. I'm going to be able to cover that staple up nice. Okay, I see a little bit of a problem here. So see that where we were overhanging a little bit. So I'm going to pull it over like this, just to get that at the edge. Oops, gonna drop tack. Part of the whole problem. Go moving along. I may have to take this tack out, I'm not sure. Let's see. Let's see if this covers it. Yeah, that's going to have to come out, so hold on a second. I'm actually going to take this last tack I put in out. Be careful when you do this. You can't use you have to come up here. If you're going to use any leverage with the tool, you have to come above that so you don't damage anywhere else. So I have to remove this staple. It's a problem staple. Because the tack didn't line up on it. Okay, another thing I'm going to do is I know I'm running into a little bit of trouble over this side with this fold. Just going to make an adjustment. Bring this over a little bit. There we go. Small adjustment, but makes a big difference. Looks like I might line up on this staple a little bit better than the other one. But I have a good eye on this one. Now we're getting to an area where the pleats are, that there's more to tack into, so we may have to switch to a taller tack. A longer tack. Let's just see though. So far, so good. Get a really good sense of this curve here. It's important to get it looking good. You can't have it too long, you can't have it too close here. It has to go with the arm, the curve of the arm. So I'm really paying attention to that. I'm kind of plotting out too. Okay, so this next staple is going to be a problem. So I'm going to take that out, anticipating that as a problem. Take this out, and take this out, and take this out. And I'll try to do a better job at this before I get too far ahead of myself here. Let's see. That works. I'm really surprised I don't need the long tacks at this point, but they're going in nicely, so if you don't have to use them, don't. Because they're hard to, the longer the tack, the harder it is, the longer the dome, The longer the tack on finished nails, the harder it is to put in, the longer the shank. Hammer it more. Okay, I think that's going to be okay. I think I'll make up the difference. So there it is, a beautiful nail panel using French natural nails. And I hope that we all learned something for quick tips.